We look into one of these case study where explore, let's say, a case study that is highlighting the power of agile metrics in fostering the continuous improvement. Metrics serves as a compass in agile, guiding teams toward efficiency, quality, predictability. Today, we'll dive into one of these real-world examples of how mid-size IT company has successfully implemented agile metrics to overcome challenges, improve team performance, and deliver exceptional results. And this session will emphasize the unactionable insights and strategies that can you adapt for your projects. So the case study we have here revolves around an IT firm specializing in SaaS solution, which is software as a solution or software as a service solutions, where the company has transitioned to agile and they faced common challenges like inconstant delivery timelines, limited visibility into the progress, and inefficiencies in the workflows. So the management team has recognized the need for an actionable metrics to address these pain points and ensure the alignment with agile principles. And their goal was to use data driven insights to refine their processes and to deliver constant value to stakeholders and also make data driven decisions, which is based on the data. And some of these metrics that were used by the team here is the company chose some of these key metrics that directly address their challenges. Velocity has helped to measure the delivery capacity, enabling an accurate sprint planning. When it comes to cycle time, the cycle time has provided insights to the management on how quickly the tasks were completed, highlighting the delays as well. They have also utilized the cumulative flow diagrams, which visually represented the workflows and it helped identified pinpointing the bottlenecks within their processes. Lastly, they utilized the defect density to track to track the product quality, ensures the quality or the product has met the customer expectation by having customer feedback loops. So together these metrics has formed the backbone of their agile performance monitoring. Some of the challenges that they faced during identifying these metrics through the metrics analysis, the company has uncovered specific challenges, uh, you know uh, and these these metrics that they were using, such as the cumulative flow diagram, it has identified some testing issues. So the testing stages showed the prolonged cycle times, uh, also delayed and overall delivery. Deployment workflows also has revealed puddle, bottlenecks that needed an immediate attentions, and frequent scope changes disrupt sprint focus. So all of these issues were discovered while utilizing these metrics, and this often requiring some rework. So furthermore, the unconstant velocity has suggested deeper issues in the backlog refinement and sprint planning. So these insights has provided a clear roadmap for the improvement so the company can let's say take an action against. To summarize on these challenges that were identified through these metrics, we say the long cycle times, especially in testing phases and testing phase during the cumulative flow diagram analysis, it has identified there's an issue with the testing phase. Also, they've seen bottlenecks in deployment workflows and the frequent scope changing by utilizing the burn up chart. They have seen some of these mid scope addition which has affected the sprint goals, or the also the inconstant velocity across different sprints. So all of these were identified through these metrics that they have utilized. So the actions were taken as corrective action based on these, challenges and metrics. The team has implemented targeted action based on metrics insights. First, the first one, they have introduced the work in progress, or the WIP, or work in progress limitation, to prevent the task overload. Also, they have having a backlog refinement sessions to minimize the scope changes that they have seen, which became more disciplined after applying these backlog refinement sessions, with also ensuring that there is a clear sprint goals and minimize the scope changes. So by having a backlog refinement session, they have set the sprint goal, they have set, let's say, the sprint um, requirements, or backlog items, or the sprint backlog. They have identified these items that it needed to be moved from the backlog, or to the sprint backlog, and then that has helped to minimize the scope changing. Also teaching the stakeholder and educating the stakeholder about the sprint itself, how the requirements cannot be changed because it can cause an issue. So it's part of backlog refinement session and educating the stakeholders. Also, they enhance the cross-functional collaboration between the deployment or the development team and the quality assurance team, and that collaboration has resulted into speed up the testing and deployment processes, which have resolved one of these bottlenecks that were identified by analyzing the cumulative flow diagrams. Also, finally, they use the retrospectives to address the root causes of the velocity variability. So during the retrospectives, the team sits and they collect data about, let's say, the issues that they were facing. They collected the data, they analyzed the results, and based on these results, they provided an action list. It's like to do more or to do list of actions, to avoid these velocity variability on the next sprints. So these retrospectives have become a tool to stabilize the velocity between the team, and by identifying and resolving the recurring issues. Let's look at now some of these outcomes or results by applying all of these agile metrics and the corrective actions that we have discussed. So the results were transformative, and the cycle time has were reduced by 25%, enabling a faster delivery. Also, the sprint completion rate has improved to 95%, ensuring most the planned work were completed on time. As a result of applying these corrective action and looking at the quality, collaboration between them and the development team, the defect density has decreased, resulting in higher quality products and improved the customer satisfaction. Additionally, the team morale also has increased as the members found the clarity in their roles and responsibilities. These metrics has brought structure and alignment to the team, driving the team toward their goals. Here are the final lessons learned from this, let's say, case study. So this case study highlights the some of these critical lessons. One of these is the utilization of the metrics, and depending on these agile metrics, which serves as a guiding light, offering a clarity and focus for the teams. With having a regular review to ensure the team stays agile and can adjust to their evolving needs. However, relying solely on data can sometimes be misleading. So, by combining metrics with qualitative team feedback, it creates more balanced approach, driving a sustainable improvements. So, these metrics that we have utilized, it has provided the clarity and focus when can be used effectively. With having a regular feedback and regular reviews within your team, it enable proactive adjustment. Combining these data metrics with the team feedback ensure a balanced decision making. Common pitfalls to avoid falling into is while metrics are valuable, They must also be used in more, let's say, precise ways. So, overemphasis on numbers can demotivate the teams and overshadow valuable qualitative insight. Additionally, tracking too many metrics, it can lead to confusion, and it can lose the focus between your team. So the key here is to maintain a balance by using data to inform decisions while respecting the human element of agile teams. Let's look now at one of these or some of these agile metrics and the best practices when utilizing them. So to maximize the value of utilizing agile metrics, align these metrics with your specific project and team goals. Also use visuals like charts for clarity and making data accessible and actionable to your team. By integrating these metrics into your discussions and into your Scrum event like the retrospectives, to encourage having a continuous feedback within your processes. Lastly, as one of these best practices, ensure the transparency. Sharing these metrics with all of these stakeholders, it builds the trust and fosters the collaboration between you and your stakeholders. So ensure that you choose these metrics that aligns that with the project goals and team needs. Use these visual metrics, the burn down chart, the burn up charts, cumulative flow diagrams, the velocity charts, the defect rates, to have more clarity, and share these charts with the stakeholders to enhance the trust and to ensure the transparency, and also ensure that you have corrective actions and action plan to these retrospectives items, so you can ensure that you are improved over the time. And to summarize our session here on our case study, it was a very good case study that it has showed how these agile metrics were, let's say, instrumental in driving continuous improvement for this IT company. By aligning the metrics with actionable goals and actions and fostering the collaboration between your team, the team has achieved a measurable access. And this case study reinforces the value of combining data driven insights with agile principles to build a resilient and high performing teams.